What does it mean to actually work in customer success? How much money can you make? What kind of personality thrives in this field? Is it worth sacrificing your life to work in customer success? Let's take a look at what the day-to-day realities are like. Here's a core definition of someone who works in customer success. It is someone who owns the entire customer journey, from initial onboarding to ongoing adoption and ultimately to expansion. Customer success professionals must be proactive, meaning they anticipate potential issues before they arise, instead of simply reacting to customer service tickets. They also have to communicate regularly with the customer, which means that their days will be packed full of meetings. And finally, they need to know how to translate product features into tangible business outcomes. If you can do all these things well, then you will succeed in this role. So here's what a typical day looks like. At 6:30 a.m., the workday begins with a quick check of customer health metrics. This includes monitoring any critical alerts or messages from customers on community forums. Then it's time to start working on those pesky emails that never seem to go away. But no worries, because there's coffee. By 9 a.m., it's time to kickstart the day by onboarding new customers. This includes setting up accounts, training users, and most importantly, setting expectations for how the product can help their business. By 11:30 a.m., it's time to draft an executive communication, depending on the type of customer. This might be a weekly, monthly, or quarterly cadence. The tricky part about writing these communications is that you need to be able to pivot quickly between technical and financial language. So keep your audience in mind when writing these emails. At 1 p.m., it's back to the data. Time to analyze the latest usage data to identify customers at risk of renewal. Also, any customers who show positive expansion triggers should be identified so that the sales team can be notified. By 3 p.m., a major product change has just been announced. Not only do you have to update all your existing customers about the change, but you also have to manage an angry customer who feels that the change was made specifically to hurt their business. After a lot of negotiation, you're able to get them to agree to stay with the company. At 6:30 p.m., it's time to wrap up the day, but you know that there's always something waiting for you after hours. Whether it's an email or a Slack message, it can be tough to fully disconnect from work. Most people in customer success don't punch out at 5 or 6 p.m. Instead, they blur the lines between work and personal life. When asked about their average work week, those surveyed reported working anywhere from 45 to 60 hours per week. That means that if you're working 40 hours a week, you're underperforming. Now let's talk about the highs and lows of working in customer success. Here are some of the highs. First, hearing transformational customer testimonials is definitely one of the best parts of the job. These are the moments that make you realize the impact your company is having on businesses around the world. Second, unexpected referrals and expansions are always a nice surprise. Working in customer success can feel like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. So when you finally get a moment to catch your breath, it's nice to be rewarded for your hard work. Finally, becoming a company-wide expert is definitely a highlight for many customer success professionals. In fact, many people who work in customer success start out in technical roles and then transition into customer-facing roles. This gives them a unique perspective on the business and allows them to develop expertise in both technical and business areas. As one survey respondent put it, "I love being the quarterback of everything related to the customer. And now for the lows. First, churn. Even when you do everything right, sometimes customers will still churn. This can be tough to deal with, especially when you feel like you've done everything you could to help the customer be successful. It can feel very personal when a customer leaves, even though you know it's not a reflection on you as a person. Second, unrealistic customer demands can be a real buzzkill. Sometimes customers can be unreasonable with their expectations, and this can lead to a lot of frustration. It's important to remember that you're not a mind reader. If a customer doesn't tell you what they want, then you can't read their mind. You'll have to rely on what they actually say and try to deliver on those expectations. Finally, there can be ethical tension between what's best for the customer versus what's best for the company. This can be a difficult situation to navigate, but it's important to remember that you're ultimately accountable for the success of your customers. In terms of personality, what traits are most likely to thrive in this environment? Those who enjoy working in customer success tend to be pattern recognition machines, multitaskers, and rapid learners. They also have high emotional intelligence, empathy, and diplomacy skills. Lastly, they are comfortable communicating with C-level executives and have excellent business acumen. That being said, there are also several red flags that indicate that someone may not be suited for a career in customer success. First, if you dislike conflict, then this job may not be for you. Dealing with upset customers is a part of the job, and you'll need to be able to handle that stress gracefully. Second, if you don't like working with data, then you'll probably struggle in this role. Analyzing data is a critical part of the job, and you need to be able to spot trends and patterns. Otherwise, you'll be lost. Third, if you need a strict work-life separation, then customer success may not be the best fit for you. As mentioned earlier, people in customer success often find themselves working more than 40 hours a week. So if you need to keep your work and personal life separate, you'll likely feel burned out quickly. Before we go, let's address the biggest elephant in the room. Does customer success pay well? Considering the amount of work and responsibility involved, it's no surprise that customer success managers earn an average of $78,000 per year in the United States. However, earning potential varies greatly depending on location, experience, and whether or not you work at a startup or a more established company. Overall, is a career in customer success worth it? There are definitely some downsides to working in customer success, including high levels of stress, emotional labor, and long hours. However, for those who thrive in this environment, the rewards can be great. Working in customer success can help you develop skills that are typically reserved for executives, such as communication, analytics, and EQ. For this reason, many people view working in customer success as a career accelerator, as opposed to just another job. The bottom line, customer success is a demanding career choice, but it can be incredibly rewarding. If you're looking for a job where you can make a real impact and help businesses grow, then customer success may be the perfect career path for you. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned more about what it's really like to work in customer success. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.